Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Maya. In today's video, we are going to discuss 10 crucial things that you have to consider before renting here in the Philippines. Whether you are a local looking to move out or a foreigner that is starting fresh, you need to watch this first. I'm sharing 10 crucial things to consider before you sign that lease. Let's go. Number one is location is everything. This is the number one thing that you have to consider when moving to an apartment or a house. It should be a place that is closer to your work, if you are working, or closer to your children's school, if you have children, or if you are an elderly foreigner, it should be close to the important places like supermarkets, restaurants, and hospitals. Also, you have to check the transportation access, especially if you don't drive car or motorbike. You have to make sure that it's easy for you to hop on a public transportation. Trust me, commuting can be a nightmare in some areas here in the Philippines. The second is understand the real cost. Rent isn't the only expense, as if water, electricity, or internet bills are included. And the most important thing is ask for the previous bills if they are all cleared and paid, because sometimes previous tenants doesn't pay the bills and just suddenly move out without getting their deposit, and the owner of the apartments or house doesn't want to pay the bills. So you will be left with unpaid bills and you already moved in and suddenly you don't have an electricity or water because it was cut down. So you have to make sure that you ask for the previous bills, that they are all paid. The third one is inspect the property. This one are the small things that could end up regretting moving in a place if you don't inspect this properly. So I have made a lot of mistakes with this. In my first previous apartment, I moved in and didn't check the water pressure because there was no water because they cut it because nobody was renting that place. So I just asked the apartment owner how was the water pressure and he said it was okay, which was not okay when I was there. So I regretted moving in before they could put back the water and for me to check the water pressure. These are the small things that you have to check because these could lead for your annoyance when moving to this place. There could be leaks when it rains or pests, cockroaches or rats. You have to check this, that they are up to date with pest inspections, broken tiles, water pressure. Very important to always check the water pressure, turn on the faucets, check the toilet flush, and even test the outlets. The fourth one is get a legit lease contract. This one is very important because you could get scammed by fake realtors or fake landlords. You have to make sure that there is a written agreement, not only verbal agreement, because you might just get surprised that you will be kicked out to your apartment because the person that was renting the place was not actually the owner of the place. So you have to make sure that there is a written agreement, written lease to avoid getting scammed. Number 5 is check utilities and internet access. Some areas have unstable electricity or limited internet access. Avoid renting on areas that have a lot of houses because there is a possibility that they are just tapping and you could get in trouble with that. The owner could tell you that the internet provider, the free Wi-Fi is very strong and reliable, but you have to test it to yourself. Make sure that you test speed the Wi-Fi And check the signal too. So if you don't have internet because there is a power outage, you can still use your data. Number 6, is it flood prone? Flooding is real in many parts of the Philippines. And I have made this mistake moving to my new place. This is the funny story about my apartment hunting because I moved out in my previous apartment because the water pressure is really bad. So when I was looking for a new apartment, I made sure to check for the water pressure in the faucets, in the toilets, flushing the toilets and everything like that. And I was satisfied with the place, but I didn't check or ask if the place is flood free. And the apartment owner also didn't tell me about the flood when it rains here. So in my previous apartment, I was wishing for more water. Then I moved to this new place, which I have so much water during rainy season. So make sure you have to check if the street or unit has a flood history, especially during rainy season. Ask the locals how it is during rainy seasons. Number 7 is know the neighborhood. Do your research of searching if the area is safe at night. See if there are bars nearby or are the neighbors noisy. Visit the area at different times of day to get a feel of the place. It may be peaceful at noon, but that doesn't mean it's quiet at night. Number 8, furnish or not. You might be looking online on Facebook Marketplace and see a place that says fully furnished apartment, and so you rush on renting that place because it looks really nice. But you have to know what's included in the fully furnished. Some of these places are not really fully furnished, so you have to ask what are the included. It could be just a bed frame, a table, a fridge, and just that, but it's not really furnished. It was not what you expected. Number 9, flexibility of the lease. Before renting, clarify everything, especially if you are not going to stay long term. Clarify if you could terminate early, are pets allowed, can you sublet? Number 10, maintenance and repairs. Some apartment owners here in the Philippines doesn't handle repairs. You have to clarify this early because some landlords are helpful, but there are some that doesn't care. I have a friend that she has an experience of renting this beautiful apartment for 50,000 a month, and every time there is something to be fixed, like for example, a broken aircon, she would call the landlord to ask to fix this, but the landlord would say that he will fix it, but months pass by, he still hasn't, and every time she gets an update, he gets mad or annoyed. So you have to make sure that you have a helpful and approachable landlord or landlady. Renting can be exciting, but it can also be a headache if you are not careful. So I hope this video saves you time, money, and stress. This is the end of this vlog, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share this to anyone who is planning to rent here in the Philippines. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again soon. Paalam!